when I realized that a lot of different bands wanted to play with me at the same time, and I knew that I was the best bass player in my region, and you know, I decided, okay, I'm going to leave the country to go to the United States, where it's even more difficult, and get an education. And then when I got hired into a world-class band, and I started to get attention from bass player magazines, I knew that, I had made it I had made it to the place where I could do this forever, But even then, it became more difficult than I thought, because the society I was in was changing, and the technology started to disrupt the revenue stream. So we used to earn royalties from record sales, and now people are downloading everything for free, and we might be making 10% or less of what we have been doing. So like Nate said, I ended up going to the internet, and over the last 3 years, I developed a platform online where I basically upload my own videos and sell them at a subscription and give lessons. So 50% of my income currently is coming from online, and I would be completely broke right now if it weren't for online teaching. Yeah, and there's one more thing very important I wanted to mention to you all, and that is we are being robbed on a day-to-day basis as content creators, because big business is forging an unholy alliance with the consumers. So you have companies like Amazon and iTunes, Spotify and Pandora that pay tiny royalties to the artists, and they take a lion's share and make it very, very cheap for consumers to access massive amounts of catalogs from all artists. We need to fight that. And the way to fight that is by creating a giant band. A band that has hundreds of thousands of people in it. And that band is Artists United. So this is why we're doing this, because if we are millions heavy, we can start putting pressure on the legislative, on government, and we can demand our own rights and write our own rules. And this is what we need to focus on in the next few years. Otherwise, it will get even worse. Honestly, what keeps me going is the love of music. It's the reason that I started this when I was a 15-year-old boy. And I still think that being an artist is just the most beautiful way you can live, maybe next to being a monk. and so it's also that we bring beauty and love and inspiration to the world. So we know that the struggle that we undertake is worth it. And that at the end of our lives, when we pass to the great beyond, we're not going to remember how hard it was. We're going to remember all the beauty and the love that we brought to this world, and we'll be very happy with our spirits. So that's what keeps me going. And also my family, of course, because I'm also a human being. And so I forge bonds with my wife, my children, my community. and I can be honest to them and tell them when I'm not feeling well. And so that kind of gives me a sense of stability at home, you know? So it's the trade-off, because when you're a musician and you also have a family, you have a big overhead and you need to make a lot of money. So it's harder than if you are only looking out for your own career. But it's more rewarding in a sense that you have that sense of grounding, you know, which, as Nate said, is a big source of confidence.